Did you know there's a team at WVU that has won 9 Olympic medals? I'm Harley Cochran, and coming up, I'll tell you about WVU Rifle's Olympic legacy.
Coming up on Mountaineer Playbook, I'm Terrell Thompson, and I'll introduce you to a coach who turned a program from infancy to one of the most elite in the nation.
A hometown hero is starting her collegiate gymnastics career right here at WVU. I'm Jackie Gunther, and Mountaineer Playbook starts now.
The WVU football team is making their way through the season, but one sophomore player has eclipsed all expectations. I'm Patrick Walsh.
And I'm Jackie Gunther. The Paris Olympics are over, but that doesn't mean their impact isn't still being felt here in Morgantown.
These stories and more coming up on Mountaineer Playbook, an Emmy-nominated sports magazine show produced by sports and adventure media students right here at West Virginia University.
Only one woman has ever been at the helm of WVU women's soccer team in their 30-year history, Nikki Izzo Brown.
And she has led the Mountaineers to nearly 3 times as many wins as losses in her career in Morgantown.
Terrell Thompson joins us now in the studio for his segment, Coach's Corner, to tell us more about Izzo Brown as she kicks off the new season. Terrell?
Thanks, Jackie. Patrick. Nikki Izzo Brown has a strong legacy here at Dick DeLess Stadium. This season, the Mountaineers are hoping to bring back their win streak and replay a trip to the Big 12 championships under her leadership. The ball never stops rolling with WVU women's soccer coach Nikki Izzo Brown at the helm. Izzo Brown's consistency has taken the WVU women's soccer team to heights that she believed they would always reach.
I've always felt that it's a special place. It's never about one person. It's never just about me. But, I think we all hunt consistency, and I have to coach them hard, love them hard.
Izzo Brown's time in Morgantown has been nothing short of success. She has led the Mountaineers to 23 consecutive 10-win seasons, and she has earned 13 combined conference and regional Coach of the Year awards since 2000. Izzo Brown has had 28 winning seasons out of her 29 as head coach in Morgantown. The only losing season came last year when Izzo Brown lost 5 players to the pros. Izzo Brown has coached more than 40 players that have played at the professional level. Their 2016 run with a #1 ranking and an appearance in their first ever College Cup was the best campaign in the program's history. The WVU women's soccer team finished the 2016 season as the NCAA National runner-up.
Nikki's got a nonstop kind of mentality of driving, where she's heading and where she's going, and she's always looking for, never settling for anything but, outperforming that year prior.
So far, the Mountaineers have had a strong start in conference play. Even though the Mountaineers lost 5 players to the pros this season, Izzo Brown has picked up some valuable transfers in the offseason. They include Ajane Respass, a forward who transferred from the University of Oregon. Respass ranks 3rd in the Big 12 Conference in total assists and game-winning goals, with 2 so far this season.
Thanks, Terrell. This summer, the WVU swimming and diving team sent their first male swimmer in program history to the Olympic Games. Ivan Puskovich competed in the 10-kilometer swim in Paris, finishing 19th. I took a look into how this year's team will continue to build from his success.
This past season, WVU sent its first male swimmer in program history, Ivan Puskovich, to the Olympics and finished 5th in the Big 12. Senior Braden Osborne played a crucial role last year.
I had a really good Big 12s. We got one of the team records in one of the relays, which was obviously a huge accomplishment. I think we were the 4th fastest time in the program's history as well.
Osborne was named first team All Big 12 as a junior and set a program record at the conference championship in the 400-yard freestyle relay. But head coach Vic Riggs left in the offseason, and now Brent McDonald from Xavier has taken the helm.
Coach McDonald has garnered 4 Big East Coach of the Year awards, as well as developing Michael Zanedjian, the most decorated swimmer in Xavier program history.
In each of the last 6 years at Xavier, Coach McDonald's teams placed in the top 2 of the Big East and won the conference from 2019 to 2021. He knows the first order of business to continue success at WVU.
I think you've got to build a culture. That was a big part of it. My first few years at Xavier, we weren't there yet.
McDonald says having a former teammate qualify for the Olympics will motivate his athletes to work harder.
The WVU swimming and diving team will look to turn their attention to the West Virginia State Games in early October after hosting the Gold-Blue meet in late September.
Patrick, Puskovich may have been the first WVU swimmer to qualify for the Olympics, but he's not the only Mountaineer that's competed for gold.
That's right, Jackie. Many other WVU sports have had athletes representing them in the games, past and present. The university's rifle team has the most consistent history of sending athletes to compete internationally. Harley Cochran has the story.
Ed Etzel became WVU Rifles coach in 1977 and during his tenure competed in the 1984 Olympics. But he also coached 6 WVU rifle students to Olympic success.
All of those other people are folks I coached or had some impact on it.
There have been 19 Olympians over the course of WVU Rifles' 73-year history. Of the 39 Mountaineer Olympians of all time, WVU Rifle has accounted for almost 50% of those athletes. Combined total, they have 9 medals, 6 gold and 3 silver, and have competed in a total of 35 Olympic Games since 1968. Some of the world's biggest names in shooting came from WVU. Nico Campriani, who has won 3 gold and 1 silver medal, works for the International Olympic Committee. And gold medalist Ginny Thrasher works for an Olympic training facility in Colorado. Both are having a major impact on the international sport.
Start with it there, then go into position.
Current head coach John Hammond coached both Campriani and Thrasher. He also competed at the Olympics for Great Britain in 2008 and 2012. And he says his personal experience made him a better coach.
I take a lot of pride in coaching the team and you know, having athletes that have been to the Olympics and been able to win medals as well.
5 shooters graduated last year, but Hammond believes his younger shooters will help fill their shoes. For Mountaineer Playbook, I'm Harley Cochran.
The WVU Rifle Team opens their season on Saturday, October 5th, when they take on Citadel in South Carolina.
Football season is underway in Morgantown, and the Mountaineers have been off to a bit of a rough start, losing the first 2 of their 4 home games.
But Jackie, sophomore running back Jaheim White has given Mountaineer fans something to celebrate this year, despite their losses. In White's second year with the Mountaineers, he has reached 1,000 career rushing yards, joining 74 players in the school's history who've hit that 1K mark. In 2023, White led WVU with 1,086 all-purpose yards. White achieved this feat in just 15 games and is tied for the 10th fastest running back at WVU to do so. He is currently on pace to join 19 other Mountaineers who have 2,000 career rushing yards. That list includes some of the biggest names in Mountaineer football history, including Avon Coburn, Pat White, and Noel Devine.
Jaheim White is an example of current WVU player having some success, Patrick. But if we take a look at Major League Baseball, we can see an example of a former Mountaineer who's making some major plays for his team heading into the postseason.
That's right, Jackie. Dodger righty reliever Michael Grove, a West Virginia native and WVU baseball alum, has secured his chance to play October baseball. The Dodgers clinched the NL West on September 26.
Grove spent his freshman and sophomore seasons at WVU before undergoing Tommy John surgery in 2017 and redshirting the 2018 season. Despite the injury, the Dodgers selected Grove in the 2018 MLB draft.
This year marks the Dodgers' 11th NL West title in the last 12 years. And Jackie, this may be the year that WVU finally sees one of their former players hoist the Commissioner's Trophy.
WVU Gymnastics is marking 50 years of history here in Morgantown this year.
Since it started in 1974, Jackie, hundreds of gymnasts have competed for the gold and blue.
But this year, a Morgantown native is going full out in her first year competing in collegiate gymnastics.
Sophia Rice is a Morgantown native who started taking gymnastics as a toddler. This year, she's joining WVU on the mat in her first season as a collegiate gymnast.
I'm very lucky to be the hometown girl. I'm lucky to represent, my home state. I had some offers to go other places, and I looked at other places, but ultimately I knew I wanted to go here.
In 2022 and 2023, Rice qualified for the USA Gymnastics Level 10 Development Program National Championship. Last year, she placed in the top 5 on both vault and floor exercise.
With her sights set high, Sophia is not just relying on her talent. She is surrounded by a dedicated coaching staff who has helped them consistently rank among the top teams in the Big 12 Conference.
Rice will now compete under head coach Jason Butts, who has been a part of the team since 2006. In that time, he's led WVU to 10 NCAA regional championships. Butts says Rice has been a natural fit on his winning team.
She's like a sponge. She just wants to learn at all times, very respectful, very humble athlete.
Rice will make her collegiate debut in January.
The WVU Gymnastics team will open their season in the new year.
Coming up on Mountaineer Playbook, we take a closer look at a student who's stepping up for his club team this season.
And we'll take a glimpse at the high expectations the WVU men's soccer team is setting for themselves after the historic 2024 season.
Those stories and more next.
Coming up on Mountaineer Playbook, I'm Brian McClone, and I'll tell you how the WVU club basketball team is getting ready to spin things around this season.
Quiet and ready in control room. 3, 2, 1. Fade in bumper.
WVU News is local, in-depth, and always on the move for you. And it's always on YouTube, on the web, and on the Reed College of Media website. A national first-place Emmy Award-winning college newscast, taped at the Waterfront Studio at West Virginia University. Stay in the know, stay connected, watch WVU News.
It has been said the sun might not always shine on West Virginia, but the people always do. And to truly appreciate our beauty, you have to look deeper at our passion, our purpose, at the fabric of who we are.
Because it's always a great day to be a Mountaineer. Wherever you may be. Let's go!
Welcome back to Mountaineer Playbook. After a tough loss in the Final Four of College Cup, the WVU men's soccer team is fired up and are looking to punch their ticket to that championship game this season.
So far, the team is 1-0-1 in conference play. Trey Steyer joins us live in the studio to tell us more about the hot start to the Mountaineer season. Trey?
Thanks, Patrick. Jackie, the WVU men's soccer team lost some valuable players to the pros during the Major League Soccer Super Draft this spring. Even though the loss of forward Yutaro Sukata and goalkeeper Jackson Lee were an initial concern for WVU fans, the team has so far proven they have more than enough talented players ready to step up and help the Mountaineers climb to glory.
The WVU men's soccer team is off to another strong start. Fresh off their first appearance in the College Cup semifinals, the team earned their first #1 ranking in program history.
We'll be where we deserve to be at the end of the year, and as will pretty much every team in the country.
After the loss of some key players, one fifth-year senior has stepped up to fill the void. Spain's Sergio Ors Navarro is starting to show the signs of being an elite player, scoring a perfect hat trick in the opener against Purdue Fort Wayne.
Ors Navarro has been off to a hot start this season, scoring 8 goals in just 6 games. The secret to his success is staying right here in America and playing more soccer when the season's over.
Ors Navarro played for Asheville City SC during the summer. Now, at WVU, defenses are seeing him as a threat.
I think, of course, the teams are gonna have some more focus on us because we've been very successful this early on the season. But we just try to break them down.
Head coach Dan Stratford says Ors Navarro will be a key player in his team's ability to bring back some hardware to Morgantown.
That's the first one we can get, right? It's the regular season trophy. We have an opportunity to start on the right foot.
As Sun Belt Conference play heats up, Ors Navarro and the rest of the team will be trying to keep their foot on the gas pedal following an explosive start. For Mountaineer Playbook, I'm Trey Steyer.
The Mountaineers are currently 6-0-3 in the early stages of the season. They opened up conference play with a road victory against Old Dominion.
Thanks, Trey. Jackie, when you think of fall, what comes to mind?
When I think of fall, I think of Halloween, the leaves changing, maybe even a pumpkin cream cold brew with an extra dash of cinnamon. What about you?
Well, actually, I think about golf. The WVU men's golf team is getting right back to work after their fantastic run last year. And one player in particular is leading the charge. Griffin Weand has that story.
The 2023-2024 season marked the first time WVU men's golf appeared at the national level, competing at the NCAA tournament in May. And the reason for that was Max Green.
Got a great player that's a senior. That helps.
Green was WVU's top finisher at the NCAA Regional, finishing 6th, and made the academic All-Big 12 first team.
Coaching can be a huge part of the team's success. Also, having reliable players on a golf team can bring high hopes too. Max Green is ranked 30th in the PGAU, and that does a lot for the players.
Appearing in the PGAU rankings means Green can compete at any PGA event in the country.
It's pretty cool what the PGA Tour is doing with the PGA Tour U, top 25, kind of get some status on any tour, and it's an honor.
Govich says Green's status helps the entire team.
Branding and recruiting, when you see a West Virginia name in the PGA Tour U rankings, that can only help us in recruiting and everything.
Green says he has one goal.
You try to be one of the best golfers on school history.
Big 12 play starts this month. For Mountaineer Playbook, I'm Griffin Weand.
There are more than 40 club sports available to WVU students who are looking for a chance to compete, but with slightly less commitment than it takes to be on a D1 team.
But Jackie, most of those club sports are student-led, meaning everything from organizing practice to creating competition schedules are left to club presidents who also play the sport.
There are a few exceptions though, Patrick, including the club basketball team. Brian McQuillan takes us to the court to meet the newest club coach stepping up for his team.
Matt Langer stepped in as the head coach for the WVU club basketball team in the spring, leading up to the team's first appearance at the club level nationals.
Our goal is to win a game in nationals this year. We struggled last year in nationals, lost 2 really close games, and then lost 1 not so close game.
Langer is a full-time grad student who coaches the club team as a volunteer. He started last season as a player, but made the transition to coach, which he says has been tough.
Definitely it's hard not to be there, especially when you see something that you think is very obvious. You're like, you know, if I was on the court, that would make a difference.
The club started practices on September 5th, and every week they spend 6 hours in this gym to prepare for their upcoming season. With the Almost Heaven tournament just around the corner, the team is ready to bounce back against teams such as Wisconsin, Pitt, and Ohio University. Team president Bing Lambert says Langer has helped the team develop a strong bond on the court.
So under Coach Langer, it's been a really good time. He's really embraced it, and you know, we've kind of developed a working trust with him.
After playing Division III basketball, Langer says he's already bringing that experience to the club team and hopes for a successful season. For Mountaineer Playbook, I'm Brian McQuillan.
Coming up on Mountaineer Playbook, we venture 120 miles southeast of Morgantown to Snowshoe Mountain, where a world championship competition brought some new adventure fans to experience the beauty of West Virginia.
That story for you after the break. Don't go anywhere.
I'm Mason Kinsey, and after the break, I'll take you inside this international event shaking the mountaintops here at Snowshoe Mountain Resort.
It has been said the sun might not always shine on West Virginia, but the people always do. And to truly appreciate our beauty, you have to look deeper at our passion, our purpose, at the fabric of who we are.
because it's always a great day to be a Mountaineer. Wherever you may be, let's go!
Quiet and ready in control room. 3, 2, 1. Fade in bumper.
WVU News is local, in-depth, and always on the move for you. And it's always on YouTube, on the web, and on the Reed College of Media website. A national first-place Emmy Award-winning college newscast, taped at the Waterfront Studio at West Virginia University. Stay in the know, stay connected, watch WVU News.
Mountaineers know. Really means let's try. Let's create. Let's explore. And let's do it all together.
Welcome back to Mountaineer Playbook. West Virginia sits right in the heart of the Appalachian Mountains, which makes it a popular spot for competitive mountain biking.
And just a few weekends ago, one of the world's largest championship racing competitions came to West Virginia for the first time.
Andrew Freed joins us now from Studio B at the Media Innovation Center with his segment, Finding Adventure. Andrew?
Jackie, Patrick, Union Cyclists International, or UCI, organizes bike competitions around the world, and this year held the championship of their mountain bike marathon right here in West Virginia. The courses bikers competed on ranged from 40 to 100 miles and took competitors through a variety of terrain. Adventure reporter Mason Kinsey was there and brings us this story.
Mountain bikers from all across the globe met earlier this month to compete in the UCI Mountain Bike Cross Country Championship in Snowshoe, West Virginia. The event saw competitors from 27 different countries and was the first time a UCI championship has taken place in the United States, and event officials understand just how important that can be.
The best analogy I can give you is if you're a Dutch kid and you decide you want to be a Major League Baseball player, you better get to the U.S. pretty soon. If you're 15, 16 years old and you love baseball, you're not going to become a Major League caliber player playing in the Netherlands. But the flip side of that is if all of a sudden they decide one day they're going to play the World Series in the Netherlands and you're Dutch, you're pretty excited about that and you're darn well going to show up for that.
Cyclists would spend up to 5 hours pedaling the world-class trails of Snowshoe, trekking through various terrains such as dirt, mud, and gravel around the scenic area. Bikers will compete on this course that spans over 65 miles here at Snowshoe Mountain Resort. And while that length is similar to past competitions in Scotland and Denmark, this course is providing whole new obstacles and challenges for the competitors. The multi-county all-terrain course is extensive, even to seasoned veterans. But world-class biker and second-place winner of the men's division, Chris Blevins, explains the fun in an uphill battle with a lifelong teammate by your side.
And Simon and I started last, so we had a lot of work to do, and he's a good friend, so it's really cool to go 1 and 2 with him.
First place winners from the event include Simon Andreasen from Denmark as well as Mona Minnerwalner from Austria, who took home gold in their respective divisions. Other medalists from the event include riders from Switzerland, South Africa, and Spain. As for now, the mountain biking season has come to a close, so competitors will look to train for the next season and a potential return to the Mountain State. From Mountaineer Playbook, I'm Mason Kinsey.
Previous host sites have stretched from as far as South Africa in 2014 to Turkey in 2020. This event marks the first, but hopefully not the last time the UCI Championship was held on American soil. Patrick, Jackie, back to you at the Waterfront Studio.
Thanks, Andrew. Patrick, what do you think about the chance to have lunch with WVU Athletics Director Ren Baker? Would you take the opportunity?
Absolutely, Jackie. And in fact, the public will have the chance to have lunch with not only Ren Baker, but also some WVU head coaches and student athletes. WVU Athletics' inaugural AD Luncheon Series will take place October 18th at the WVU Coliseum inside the newly built Clark Mountaineer Club.
Tickets are only $25 and can be purchased on the Give WVU website at the bottom of your screen. All tickets include lunch, and proceeds will go toward the Mountaineer Scholarship Fund, which supports student athletes here at WVU.
Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of Mountaineer Playbook. an Emmy-nominated sports magazine show where we dive into inspiring stories of coaches, players, and passionate fans who make the sports world truly remarkable. I'm Patrick Walsh.
And I'm Jackie Gunther. Be sure to like and follow us on Facebook at Mountaineer Playbook. You can also stream our shows on HD Media's websites and watch our broadcasts on Sunday evenings at 6:30 on West Virginia Public Broadcasting.
Thank you for watching, and don't miss the chance to celebrate the heart and soul of the game with us next time on Mountaineer Playbook.